Hey there, welcome back to yet another Finance Zoom video. In today's video, we will delve into a hot topic that's caught the attention of investors and financial enthusiasts. Get ready as we explore the captivating question: will the US dollar crash? Let's hear from Peter Schiff, who will provide invaluable insights, unraveling the mysteries surrounding the future of the US dollar. Let's dive in.
I have to say...
Wait, before we give our answer, let's talk money, dollars and cents, Wes.
Clearly, we're not having that crisis right now because our creditors, for whatever reason, still maintain confidence in the future of purchasing power of the dollar. They still have confidence in the Fed. The charade that we just went through over the debt ceiling should really be shattering that confidence because, number one, we spent months...
According to Peter Schiff's analysis, although a crisis is not imminent, it's important to recognize that the confidence of our creditors and the belief in the future purchasing power of the dollar are key factors at play. The debt ceiling charade is a wake-up call to raise concerns, potentially undermining maintained confidence and revealing the delicate balance and risks ahead for the US dollar. The discussions regarding prioritizing bondholders during the debt ceiling negotiations shed light on the fragility of the US Treasury's position. By admitting that only new borrowing can repay existing debts, the government inadvertently reveals a Ponzi scheme-like operation.
And so that is an official admission that the U.S. Treasury is running nothing more than a Ponzi scheme. We're only going to pay back the money we've already borrowed if we can find new people to lend us more, right? We're not going to just tax people to make good on these commitments. We're going to rely 100% on new borrowers. And so that is the pure definition of a Ponzi scheme. The only difference is it's being run by the government instead of a private citizen, but it's still not going to work, right? Ponzi schemes can't work by definition.
Peter Schiff raises a critical concern about the operations of the U.S. Treasury, highlighting the resemblance to a Ponzi scheme in greater detail. He points out that in a traditional Ponzi scheme, new investments are used to pay off earlier investors, creating a cycle that eventually collapses when new participants become scarce. Schiff draws a parallel by stating that the government's reliance on finding new lenders to repay existing debts mirrors this flawed structure. By emphasizing the unsustainability of this approach, Schiff underscores the potential risks and challenges it poses. He highlights that the government's heavy dependence on continuous borrowing as the primary means of debt repayment, rather than relying on tax revenue, raises serious concerns about the long-term stability of the financial system. This reliance on new borrowing not only perpetuates the cycle, but also masks the underlying issues that need to be addressed. Schiff's analogy serves as a stark reminder that Ponzi schemes are destined to collapse under their own weight. It prompts us to critically evaluate the consequences of such a financial strategy and the need for sustainable fiscal policies. The reliance on new borrowing, without addressing the root issues, creates a fragile foundation for the financial system and exposes it to significant risks.
I'm in danger!
But then the other problem with this is the rationale, right, or the pretense for the debt ceiling increase was that America always pays its bills, and we need to raise the debt ceiling so we can keep paying our bills. Well, it's actually the opposite. The reason we have to raise the debt ceiling is because we never pay our bills.
In challenging the widely held belief that America always pays its bills, Peter Schiff brings to light a significant and thought-provoking perspective on the U.S. financial system. He directs our attention to a crucial reason behind the need to raise the debt ceiling, namely, the consistent failure of the U.S. to fulfill its financial obligations promptly. Schiff's insight prompts us to reevaluate the prevailing narrative and identify a notable flaw within the system, rather than being driven by a genuine commitment to honoring financial obligations. The increase in the debt ceiling is a consequence of accumulated unpaid bills over time. This critical examination of the U.S. financial system raises fundamental questions about the effectiveness of current fiscal practices and challenges the notion of fiscal responsibility in our country. It encourages us to dig deeper and advocate for greater transparency and accountability in managing our nation's financial obligations. The U.S. has grappled with significant debt deficits, resulting in repeated brinkmanship and debates over the debt ceiling. Addressing these deficits necessitates a combination of spending cuts and tax increases. Significant reductions in spending, including consumption-based taxes and value-added sales taxes, are essential. However, restructuring the debt is also imperative, as the current level of indebtedness cannot be sustainably repaid. This requires acknowledging the truth to creditors that the U.S. owes a staggering $32 trillion and cannot fully repay it. Such a reality will inevitably lead to pain for treasuries held around the world, as the promised benefits may no longer be affordable. The Chinese government, for instance, expects to receive 100% of what was promised in their treasuries. However, owners of U.S. treasuries worldwide will likely experience the pain of potential reductions in the promised benefits. The U.S. dollar has played a pivotal role in sustaining the American lifestyle, allowing for living beyond our means by effectively producing paper money and exchanging it for real goods produced by hard-working individuals worldwide. Additionally, the U.S. dollar has facilitated borrowing money at lower costs, as it stems from the rest of the world's trust and investment. To navigate the path ahead and safeguard the value of the U.S. dollar, addressing the debt and undertaking debt restructuring are crucial steps. By doing so, the U.S. can avoid the risks of hyperinflation and maintain the credibility and strength of its currency. Peter Schiff encourages us to contemplate the challenges and necessary actions for the U.S. to address its debt burden responsibly. We can contribute to the dialogue by advocating for sound fiscal policies, transparency, and accountability to foster a financially sustainable future for our nation.
Lannisters pay their debts.
When the dollar crashes, that's actually going to be a net positive outside the United States, particularly the emerging markets, because I think the people there have borne the lion's share of the burden of propping up the U.S. economy. So I think they have the most to gain from the crash of the dollar. But of course, there are people all around the world that own a lot of dollars,
right, yeah.
And so to the extent that they're overexposed to the dollar, they're going to experience some losses. So just like when we had the financial crisis, it wasn't confined to the United States.
Peter Schiff presents a compelling perspective on the possibility of a U.S. dollar crash, delving deeper into the potential implications. He highlights that regions outside the United States, particularly emerging markets, have shouldered a significant burden in supporting the U.S. economy. As a result, these regions may stand to gain the most from a potential crash in the U.S. dollar. However, Schiff also acknowledges that individuals worldwide heavily exposed to the dollar would likely experience losses, reminiscent of the global financial crisis that affected economies beyond the United States. Schiff's emphasis on caution and preparedness, even if an immediate crash is not imminent, underscores the importance of recognizing the underlying risks and taking proactive measures to mitigate potential fallout. In this macroeconomic environment, gold emerges as a reliable store of value and a safe haven. It provides protection against the possibility of hyperinflation or devaluation, offering individuals a tangible asset that can preserve their wealth. Furthermore, Schiff raises concerns about the reserve currency status of the U.S. dollar. He suggests a return to a gold-backed monetary system, which would instill global trust and foster governmental accountability. Implementing multiple gold-backed currencies worldwide could establish an honest monetary system that helps curb inflation and address budget deficits. By embracing such an approach, economies could reduce their vulnerability to the fluctuations of fiat currencies, promoting stability and resilience. To navigate the uncertainties surrounding the U.S. dollar, it is crucial to stay informed about ongoing discussions and potential future developments. Understanding Schiff's perspectives and considering the broader implications can empower individuals to make informed decisions to protect their financial well-being. This includes diversifying investment portfolios, exploring alternative assets, and staying updated on global economic trends.
Gather information. We're gathering information.
Thank you for joining us on this insightful exploration of the potential crash of the U.S. dollar, guided by the expertise of Peter Schiff. We hope this discussion has provided valuable insights and considerations about the future of the US dollar and its implications. What do you think about this topic? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you in the next video.